Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on our Monday Night Platinum webinar. I'm Leoné Wilken. I am a Silver Presidential Director from a small town, Oudtshoorn, and it is my pleasure to be your MC this evening. I am super excited to announce our speaker this evening, but before then, I just want to quickly touch on 4 points. Firstly, well done to everybody who attended the monthly training sessions this past Saturday. Although we have experienced extreme weather, I mean, we've had snow and floods and everything, but the attendance was excellent. So if you attended the past weekend and the weekend before in Port Elizabeth, give yourself a pat on the back because that shows commitment. And if you missed the last 2 weekends, it's not all lost because this coming weekend, there is still one monthly training session left happening in South Africa, and that will be in Durban. So how about just flying to Durban for the weekend and attending the monthly training there, or driving there and attending the monthly training there, which will take place at Westville Country Club. I bet you'll get better weather there than anywhere in South Africa. So consider it, because it might be the weekend that will change your future forever. But talking about events, we've got very exciting, it's a jam-packed week. We've got many opportunity meetings happening, and you can find all of that on the website 3pointplan.net. There's some online presentations, the UAE one and the South African one. Go and look at the details on 3pointplan.net. If you are new on the call tonight, please ask your upline or your enroller to help you to know where to look for all this detail. But I just want to mention the in-person meetings. We love the online meetings, but the in-person meetings is still the best. So in Wednesday, we have one in the Garden Route in George, and our 2-star Platinum, Leoné van Linde, will be there with some other leaders. And then also on Thursday in Paul. So please, everybody, if you are at all able to attend these meetings or invite your people to these meetings, please support them. It's all on 3pointplan.net. So today is not only Monday, but it's also Manna Pay Day. And I hope you were happy with your commission payment today. But if you're not, don't stress, because we do have the recipe for success. And part of this recipe is our TOMS, our Tools of the Month. That is our book, one book per month. And honestly, I was saying to someone today, a book of that value for 170 Rand is like nothing. In the bookshops nowadays, you're probably going to pay closer to 270 or, I don't know, over 300 Rand. The book of the month is Stop Overthinking by Nick Trenton. Excellent book. If you haven't got it yet, get a hold of it. And then also the 4 audios that we get each month. That's a part of our Tools of the Month. There's 4 brilliant audios this month. The one is by Gold Presidentials, Alleen Marie and Quentin van Zyl, Overcoming Your Thorns and Things to Avoid. I mean, we can all take that advice. It's a brilliant audio to listen to. And then there's a presidential story by Celia Swanepoel. And there's an excellent talk by Platinum Presidential Vincent van der Linde on road trips. And then also Luciano Fidalgo, Gold Presidential Director from Florida. He's got an audio on there, Serving Your People and Staying with Them. People, these are excellent speakers. It's excellent advice. It is listening to these audios that will also, in the end, build you. It will grow you. It will grow your business, and it will grow your commissions. Okay, before I get to the next exciting point, if you missed the QR code tonight is 6208. And if you're new on the call, don't stress about it. Just ask your upline. You should just ask your upline anything that you don't know or doubt about. So 6208. Okay, point number 3 that I'd like to announce is our Flabulous Challenge. Starts in 2 weeks. So those who would like to lose some flab, this is your chance. Or those who would like to build your commissions, this is also your chance. From the 1st of August, for 2 months, we will have a fabulous fat loss challenge, and it will end on the 30th of September. So in 2 months, there's certain requirements, and there's prizes to be won. Well, this is very exciting because the first prize is a 10,000 Rand prize in cash. The second prize is 5,000 Rand in value in products, and the third prize is 2,500 Rand in product value. So these are amazing prizes that can be won. Get the entry forms and let's get going. And I think it's such an incredible good timing now to enroll your people, as many as you can now in July, so that they can receive their products and they can be ready to kick it off on 1st of August. So point number 4, definitely not the least important, is our upcoming super regional event. This is our quarterly events, which take place in Cape and Gauteng. And this is definitely an event not to be missed. Either of the two or both, if you want to come to both, even better. For new associates, I really want to recommend, do not miss out on this. Invest and come to this event. It'll change your life. And it will, if you can bring 10 new guests to this event, it will just explode your business. And then to all of us, actually, all the existing associates, once again, if you're not happy with your commission checks, this is the recipe. Have 10 new people at the super regional event, and you will see your business grow and explode. The Cape event is on the 17th of August, and the Gauteng event is on the 24th of August. Once again, all of this available on 3pointplan.net. So let's go out and promote this huge time, ladies and gentlemen, because all the experts or the pros in this industry, they all agree that the biggest promoters build the biggest businesses. So let's go out and promote big time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is really a huge honor for me to announce our speaker tonight. This lady, together with her husband, were the visionaries who saw the value in the Manatech opportunity years ago already. This was about more or less 18 years ago, before any logistics or systems or anything were in place in South Africa. But through their vision and their hard work, their tenacity, and also the system that they developed to grow leaders, they managed to get Manatech Corporate to officially launch in South Africa in 2009. And since then, they've built incredible, successful leaders and teams all over the world, and they've won accolades and crossed the stages all over the world. They are really looked up only in the South African Manatech community, but also in the Manatech world worldwide as top leaders and top visionaries. Their vision is to build 1,000 presidentials and 200 platinums, and to throw a blanket of glycans all over South Africa and all over the world. Now, specifically this lady, her passion lies in coaching and helping people to come into their greatness and to live their best lives. And she is an incredible example to Neil and myself, an example of strength, but also an example of love. And I want to thank her out of my heart for her leadership and her guidance. Then please also allow me to wish this special lady a special happy birthday for tomorrow from all of us on this call this evening. May there be many, many more blessed years for you, and may you enjoy your special day tomorrow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you 2-star Platinum Presidential from Somerset West, Leoné van der Linde. Over to you, Leoné.
Thank you, Elena, for that kind and wonderful introduction. And for being such a friend and one of the top leaders in South Africa, just being with us on this journey and building incredible memories with you. Thank you for you and Neil. And it is such a exciting time for me. It's a great pleasure to be on the school from a very cold Cape Town here tonight. But as you know, this is the time where we here in the Cape do our fireplaces. We put the fireplace on early in the morning already. And right now my fireplace is on because it's been a very cold week. We've had some extreme weather, like Elena says. And with that, I want to start off and just say, we've had a great monthly training on Saturday. It was so inspiring. And I'm just so proud of all our leadership for coming through. We had literally a full house here in Stellenbosch. Although on Thursday the schools were closed and roads were flooded, and all we saw was pictures of things happening because of heavy rain. So today was actually the first time we had some sun, so we could go out and experience some dryness and fix some things that was happening, that we couldn't go out because of the rain. So it's been a cold day. And but we're good, we're ready, and so I just want to say it's great to be here, and also hello to our beautiful presidential team that I saw on the little video in the beginning. What a beautiful presidential team we have! It's great to be with you on the school all tonight. So right now, at this time of the year and the month, I'm very excited about two things. The first is obviously the fabulous competition that is starting in 2 weeks. If you don't know about it, check in with your upline. I already ordered my extra 2 plenishes last week on loyalty points. I don't want to sit without any true plenish. So I've got my little group. I've also been working hard on getting people on this competition, and so I'm very excited about that. Got my little shaker out of the cupboard again and had my first 2 meal replacements, which just makes one feel so healthy and so strong. It's such an incredible product. So, and the other thing that I'm very excited about right now is the super regional event coming up in, I believe, 3 weeks or so here in the Cape. It's going to be the best. I know of presidentials flying down. I know of people coming from very far this time to come and join the Cape Town one. And I do hope that you seriously consider coming down to the Cape if you are close here or you have someone you want to connect. And then obviously the Johannesburg one. So, okay, so I want to tonight, this is actually something that happened just a week ago. I was sitting in front of a brand new, very serious associate lady. Maybe she's on this call tonight and she knows I'm talking about her, but she called a meeting with her upline. So I was one of the upline, and she already had a Club 1000. Now, if you don't know what that is, that's if your circle. So first of all, I'm actually speaking really tonight to those of you who are on your journey from 0 to executive, more or less. And also, of course, if you are already coaching and training, and if you are a brand new associate, these are some key points that I'm going to share tonight that I was thinking afterwards. A good name to name it is to say, if I had to do it over again, what are the 3 or 4 things that I would really concentrate on? Because I know there's a lot of things. I know we've come a long way in 17 and 18 years. There's wonderful things in the system that can help you. But how it happened was I was sitting down around a table with this lady, And she was already Club 1000 and close to Team 2. Now, as you know, that's a key starting point for all of us. And she wanted to know, what would I recommend? What would be the top few things that I would recommend that she can follow in order to go executive and presidential fast? Because she's very serious about going presidential before the end of the year. And so I sat, and it was a bit awkward because in 17 years, you've gone through a lot, the subtleties of leadership and the business and people and the technology and people that say yes and people that say no, and everyone is very different from everyone else. But if I could point out the most important things that would take her to presidential fast. So I quickly sat just in my own space and I thought, okay, so what would be the 4 things that I would recommend to a new person who was very serious, who wanted to get to that place of freedom money, where you've got your momentum going, you've got your leadership in place, and you can now see that this thing is working and you can retire on this and you are starting to build yourself a big legacy. So what would be the 3 or 4 things? So eventually I settled on 4 of them, and I want to share them with you tonight because I think that these to me are paramount. If I would start over again, I would first of all really focus on these 4 things. And I do hope that this can help you, because maybe if you are at a further point in the journey, maybe you are silver executive or executive and you have not ticked this off yet, maybe it's time to just reconsider and focus and stand still and make this happen for you, because we want to build a solid business and we want to obviously follow a winning recipe. I mean, if the business is not moving forward, then we have to change something. We do not change a winning recipe, but if we are not winning and moving forward, we need to change a few things. So the first thing, I got together 4 things. And the first thing I thought, okay, you cannot go without this, is anyone, every single person that you enroll in your business should be on a subscription order, including you. There is no way that you are going to build a business in Manatech if you don't put people on a subscription order. Now, for me, this is not, and just by the way, since we started 17 years ago, Louis and I, we have never enrolled anybody without a subscription order. And I will explain to you why. First of all, because this is not a try it out a month business. This is not something that someone is going to try out for a month or 2 weeks or 2 months to see how it goes. This is a 3 to 6 months startup to get them hooked onto the product, to get them on the journey so that they can feel the difference that this product will make in their health, because it takes time for the human body to replace the old cells with new cells and all of the things that this technology does once you start eating it. So subscription order is high on the list. So if you haven't put some of them on subscription order lately, go back to those people and tell them and make it a big deal to put them on subscription order. And with that comes the second, these 2 go together for me. The second point was share the bundle. Always share the bundle. Now, years ago, we didn't really have the selection we have today. But today, as most of you know, we've got 3 or 4 fantastic bundles, which is such good value for money. Now, I know people say maybe it's too expensive and they can't afford it, etc., etc. But here's the thing. Manatech pays us not just to sell products or to move products, but also to educate people on their health, because people don't prioritize their health. Case in point again is my neighbor across the road, who a few months ago came to me with a chronic thing that, didn't have energy, all kinds of thing, a young man, and he definitely needs the product. And he came to the opportunity meeting here in my house, send him some testimonials, etc., etc. And he's tired. I mean, he's just over 40 years old, but he finds it difficult to walk uphill now. He used to do a lot of cycling, etc., etc. And I've been following up with him for about 3 to 4 months. In the end, he said to me, look, you can see the product is great, but it's at this time he can't afford it. So I left it for the moment. But a few weeks ago, I see that he is really, he's like building a whole new garage to his house. Now I'm thinking, and I know some of you have been through the same situation, people just don't prioritize their health. And Manatech really pays us to talk to people and to educate them on their health. And this is part of our journey. So the bundle needs to be explained. Why do we need to invest in a bundle? Now, you know what? Can I share something with you about expensiveness? Way back in 2006, when we started, there was only one bundle, and that was the All-Star bundle, and it cost 14,000 Rand in 2006. And people said it's way too expensive. And you know what? In 1 year, in 2006, there was 4 presidentials created. 4 presidentials with that all-star pack. People didn't have a choice. There was no choice of 1 product, 2 products, or 5 products. It was 1 pack. It was 14,000 Rand. You didn't have a choice. So to me, that is not a valid excuse. You need to educate people on why the bundle. Now, for me, it's very simple, really. You need the bundle because you need enough products for that person to have benefit of the products. For me, 1 or 2 products, you might get a story, but you won't get a full story. And your chances are much less to get a great story. A story, of course, being a testimonial. So if you have a person investing in the bundle of 2,600, 2,800, I know there's some over 3,000 Rand, it's such a good deal. Why is it a good deal? It's a good deal for them, and it's a good deal for you, because once they start going on the 5 products for 3 to 6 months, being on that auto order, your and their chances of having a good story, a health benefit, is 80%, 90%. Think about it. And once you have a story or a testimonial, what is that person going to do? Well, they're going to share. Human beings share. If something great happens to them, or they see something great, or they're excited about something, they're going to share. So now you've got a person sharing a story because they've had enough products. We all know how valuable that tub of Amritose is. It doesn't have any competition anywhere in the world. So if we will do anything to help a person to eat a tub of Amritose, because it's the magic in the world, nothing better than a tub of Amritose. So with the Amritose and the other 4 products or whatever, your chances of a testimonial is 80 or 90% instead of less than 50%. So why would you recommend 2 or 1 product? So for me, the bundle is paramount. Once a person starts sharing, chances are very good that he could become an associate. And we know we are all looking for those associates in the end, who's got great belief in the product, who's went through the journey, who's had personal story. These are the powerful associates that will most probably keep building this business because they know what the product can do for them. So I thought these two things Well, there are others as well, but really these two for me, covering the products and the technology a bit more, because we've got the products and the technology, which is so important. Then we've got the business side as well, which I'm going to cover now. But these key things, always on subscription order, and 90% of the time a bundle. I think I still do it like that, but I wouldn't change anything on that ever. I wouldn't change that. So, okay. So the third thing. So the third thing is now these two that I'm going to mention, because now remember I wanted to keep it very simple for this new associate, and she made notes, and I know because afterwards I followed up with her upline, and she actually went back. And she actually went close to executive in 1 month. So I know this lady is serious, but she went back and she fixed up her subscription orders that she wasn't strict enough on. She went back to the people and they signed up on a subscription order. And the bundles as well. I know she was good on the bundles, but I would inspire you to change your strategy on those two things if you didn't focus on it up to now, okay? Then on the business side, okay, my first thing on the business side that I focus on so much, this is a must-do for me, is the big events. If you're serious about this business, you should take the super regional events so seriously. And I'm talking to the new people specifically. If you're brand new, or you're still on the journey from zero to gold director, make it a point of bringing 10 new people to the event. Hey, there's nothing like our super regionals. This is where they catch the heart of the business. This is where they see that Manatech is not just like any other network. There isn't anything like Manatech South Africa. Come on, be serious. Once you walk into that room at a super regional, something happens to you. You see the heart of the people, heart of the presidential team, why people do this, hear their stories, how many people are successful. You can't sell a super regional on a phone. It doesn't work like that. I don't think you can ever do that. They have to be there, and people don't know what they don't know. So I've bribed people, guys. My friends and my fellow leaders know I don't like curry. For you curry lovers, I don't like curry. That's the one food I don't eat curry. But I have bribed people to come to the event with curry. One of my family members, a plate of prawn curry or something. I'll do anything to get a person there. I will invest in a ticket. I mean, we've got presidentials today that we gave a free ticket to. That is presidential today. Now, what a great investment is that? So do not think small on super regionals. I know that there are presidentials who have bought a lot of tickets and they have scored big deal because they've brought people there, and then when they get to the event, they make major decisions in their life. People will make decisions at the event that could change their future forever. That's just a fact, because it's such an amazing room to be in. So I would do, if I were you, I would not play around with 2 or 3. I would just get them there. Just get them there. And there are wonderful session tickets that you can invest in. They are still a great price for the next week or so. There's still a good price for the tickets for the whole day. It's going to be phenomenal. Get them there. People need to be there. Okay, so those are the big events. Remember, that's my third point, because I had to just give her 3 or 4 key points. That was my third one. And then my last one, thinking back on now? What would be the business focus for her to move into for a new associate to really focus on? And then it jumped into my mind, achiever status. If you focus on going achiever with all your Club 1000, Team 2 Club 1000, Team 4 Club 1000, and if you're not sure about this, check in with your upline what that is, then just focus on going achiever, because this is not a building it by yourself business. It's a team business. You need to think about it like this. If you've gotten to a place of executive director and you're the only person that are core, and again, I'm just quickly going to say core is when you are all on the CDs, on the platinum webinars, on the monthlies, on the TOMs, you are on the trainings, you're on the online presentations, check in on your upline, it's all on lead team. So if you are on that, but you haven't got anybody else core, your building is standing on one pillar. But if you've got 6 people on being core, your building is standing on 6 pillars. Well, that's much more stable and secure than a building with 1 pillar. It's very vulnerable. So if you have 6 people on in your team that are also core, building, presenting, showing plans, sharing the product, going on a personal journey of improving themselves, growing to the next level, coming to the functions, dreaming, starting to speak the language of success, a positive language, you've got something to work with. So you need to duplicate yourself. So I was thinking, that's a good point to share, achiever status. So if you are past the point where you have the points, but you don't have the core people yet, then focus very hard in the next 2 or 3 months to create more core people. We've got an incredible system and it's not expensive, really. Check in with your upline on that. So, because eventually when you go presidential and beyond, you are working with your achievers, which eventually double up on their achievers, and it's a copying, doubling up, duplicating yourself business. This is what it is. So you need a team for that. So that's basically my 4 points. So with the subscription order, with a bundle that I am very tough on to promote, I make it a big deal. I say, look, it's a family bundle. You can do more. You can fix more than one person, help more than one person. It's enough to really get you, make you feel the difference in a month or 2 or 3. And then the big events, which is crucial, we work from 3 months to 3 months. We don't work from February to February like all businesses do. We work from every 3 months event to the next 3 months event. And then lastly, your achiever status, which is such a solid foundation for building a solid, predictable business. And there are recordings on this. There are great messages or teachings that the leaders have done on achiever status. Make sure that you understand that clearly. And then, yes, and then to round up, I'm going to just end off with something that I paged through here while I was preparing tonight. And it is just very simple. Real leaders are ordinary people with extraordinary determination. So for the associates that have started this journey, you just need extraordinary determination. You need to stay the course. You need to stay close to your upline, and you need to stay close to your dream. And yes, that's it from me. And I would love to see you all at the event. One of them, both of them, come and introduce yourself. And then back to you, Eliana. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Leoné, sharing your wisdom with us. Very simple, but still very, very effective because it's worked for you. So all we need to do is follow these 4 points and also become extraordinary like you. I just would like to repeat for those who have missed the QR code, 6208. And I would like to say again, thank you so much to our guest speaker, 2-star Platinum Leoné van der Linde. Thank you very much for your time and your wisdom. We do appreciate you and enjoy your birthday tomorrow. Good night, everyone.